Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, and my friends, 2023 is looking to be a very strong year for fighting games in general. And the purpose of this video is to let you know what exactly is going on with fighting games in 2023. We of course have many fighting games launching in 2023, but also one of the beautiful things about fighting games is the support they receive over the years, and many fighting games will remain going strong in 2023 with new content and DLC. So we'll cover all that, and well, let's talk about it. Let's start with what's coming out brand new in 2023. So to open up the year will be the Breakers Collection. So this is not an all-new game, to be sure, furthest from it, as Breakers and Breakers Revenge, which makes up the collection, came out in the 90s. It is a classic fighting game franchise, and they're adding all the modern sauce you would want. I'm talking online play with rollback netcode, replays, all sorts of fun bonus features, and of course, the main games themselves. Breakers is a pretty crazy game, and you owe it yourself to try it at least once. The 90s, the rules weren't set in place yet, so you could just do any old thing. If only for the historical value, keep an eye out on the Breakers Collection. Also appearing early next year is God of Rock, and one of the beautiful things about fighting games is fighting games can come in a lot of shapes, forms, and sizes, and this is definitely a bit different. At first glance, you're probably thinking like, what is this, Guitar Hero with punches and kicks? And yeah, just a little bit. Imagine Guitar Hero, except much more competitive, and characters have special moves, super moves, and ultras. Each character has their own playstyle, and yes, there is Rekka characters, there's charge characters, there's grapplers. A wide variety of playstyles you would expect in a fighting game are here in this rhythm-based fighter. So while it does look a bit different than what you might expect as far as fighting games go, a fighting game it most certainly is. So if you're looking for a fairly different fighting game experience, keep God of Rock in mind. Die by the Blade. This is reminiscent of older games like Bushido Blade in that one hit can kill. Fast-paced and frenetic. Every move counts because every move is potentially the game-winning move, because you could lose a leg, you can lose an arm, you could lose your head. This is a very deadly game. Now, once again, not a traditional fighter to be sure, no health bars, but when one hit kills, you don't really need health bars, right? Your spacing and neutral is at a premium here because you really gotta watch out. So if you're looking to bring that classic Bushido Blade feel into 2023, this will definitely be the game for it. Blazing Strike. Now this is a title you may have seen before, and unfortunately it suffered a few delays, but now it is coming out in 2023. So what is Blazing Strike? Well, it is very much a classic style of fighting game, aiming to evoke the feel and style of the late 90s arcade fighters. Beautiful hand-drawn 2D pixel art, which is rare these days, and while maintaining that more classic style of look, trying to modernize it with more modern fighting game ideas. If you're trying to evoke that feeling of playing a retro fighter on your Dreamcast in the 90s, but in 2023, Blazing Strike is absolutely that game. Personally, I've been looking forward to it for a while now, and now that it's finally about to come out, I can't wait. So look forward to Blazing Strike in spring of 2023. Now, you may have heard of this small indie title called Street Fighter 6. Yes, it is finally coming out in 2023, June the 2nd. Now, far be it from me to try to sell you on Street Fighter 6, because I think you probably know one way or the other if you're on board or not, but still, just for the sake of completion, Street Fighter 6, the 6th mainline game in the storied franchise, going all the way back to the 80s. Many classic characters return in Street Fighter 6, and we got a lot of newcomers as well, including the incredibly popular Manon and Marissa. New gameplay system, so far incredibly well received by the general public. The entire drive system, as it stands, one of the more inventive combat systems just in fighting games in general, allows for a lot of player expression. This time around, unlike say Street Fighter V, tons of single player content. We have the expansive World Tour mode where you make your own character, learn from all the famous Street Fighter characters themselves, and tour the world of Street Fighter, showing everyone what you can do with your crazy custom character. Learning from the mistakes of the past, Street Fighter 6 is definitely launching with just absolute reams of content for everyone at every level of play. If you're only going to get one fighting game in 2023, Street Fighter 6 is probably a very safe bet. From every possible angle, it looks like Street Fighter 6 is just going to be an absolute home run. So look forward to trying it out June 2nd, 2023. Now, for some games that are coming out in 2023 but we don't have exact time frames, let's start with Pocket Bravery. Pocket Bravery is a 2D fighting game in the classic style. Everything is done with hand-drawn pixel art, as you can see here, very beautifully done, and sort of in the style like you'd almost expect like a Game Boy Advance game, except it's a modern fighter in 2023. Now, I personally have played some of the earlier builds of Pocket Bravery, and I can tell you there's a lot of love going into this game. This game is made by a team with a lot of respect for older classic fighting games in general, and trying to put a lot of that into their game. And of course, with more modern flourishes, like as you can see here, we have online play, yes, and we got rollback netcode, don't worry about that. We got our training modes, we got create a combo in the combo factory, we got all the modern nuances that you would expect and hope for. The gameplay is very tight, it is very fun. If you like traditional fighters, despite, the more retro look that this game holds, it is definitely a proper classic fighting game. So if you're looking for a proper fighter and you like the classic pixel art look, I cannot highly recommend you enough to try out Pocket Bravery. So here's a bit of an odd one, Mortal Kombat 12. If you recall this footage, this is Mortal Kombat 11 footage because there is no Mortal Kombat 12 footage right now. Mortal Kombat 12 isn't even announced yet, as of the time of me making this video, yet nevertheless, Mortal Kombat 12 is coming out in 2023. How do we know this? Well, in a series of not-so-cryptic tweets from Ed Boon, the lead director over at NetherRealm Studios, he basically says, yes, it'll be announced this year in 2023, and it'll also launch in 2023. So basically, we're kind of just stuck waiting on that announcement. Usually, NRS games launch a few months after they're announced, and Ed Boon has put out there that expect Mortal Kombat 12 to be announced within at minimum the first 6 months, if not earlier, in 2023. So I kind of feel bad not really having anything here, but it is what it is, but it is apparently coming out in 2023. Hopefully by the time you watch this video, if you're watching it later on, there'll be some sort of footage out there, but for now, all I can say is Mortal Kombat 12 in 2023. And now we hit a couple maybes. First up, Tekken 8. It might launch in 2023, and it might launch in early 2024. According to Bandai Namco's own investor reports, Tekken 8 is looking to launch in fiscal 2023, which means it could be in 2023 up through early 2024. Now that we're starting to see actual gameplay of Tekken 8, it is looking pretty far along, it is looking pretty good. It's just a matter of when are we gonna get it. They haven't given us concrete dates yet, and might not for a while. What I will say, if it does come out in 2023, expect it more than likely to be a holiday 2023 game. Although, who knows, I suppose. All I can say is at least we're getting it. Tekken 7 came out quite some time ago, and we're definitely due for a new game, and hopefully Tekken 8 is as great as it can possibly be. Now, out of obligation, let's talk about it. Project L. Is Project L coming in 2023? Probably not. No. But it's not a 0% chance. There is an outside chance it could launch later in 2023, and that small chance is the whole reason you're seeing it, but realistically, this is probably a 2024 title. Heck, it doesn't even have a real name yet. It is still Project L. For many, this is the single most anticipated fighting game coming up. I know ain't nobody wants to wait, but I think you might have to wait just a bit longer on it. Still, who knows, miracles can happen, but realistically expect Project L to launch in 2024. Now, one of the most beautiful things about fighting games is the ongoing nature of them, that they get supported for years and years to come, and that will start January in 2023 with the King of Fighters 15. So it's going to be entering Season 2. We're getting a whole new rebalance of the entire roster, and there's a lot of characters. We're getting our first Season 2 character, Shingo Yabuki. Later on, we're also getting full crossplay between all systems that can handle the game, more DLC characters, and basically there is a lot to come. There is a lot of life left in the King of Fighters 15 in 2023. The crossplay especially, that is what I'm looking forward to, and hopefully some of the DLC characters that you didn't see in the first year of the game, you'll see them a bit later on. Also ongoing in 2023 is DnF Duel. So admittedly, DnF Duel had a little bit of a rocky patch, but now they just put out a massive titanic balance patch that just redid the entire game basically from head to toe. Very good. Coming out on Switch in 2023, and also a season pass of new DLC characters. So we know the Spectre and at least 4 more. So DnF Duel hardly done, will continue to be ongoing in 2023, so look out for it. Keeping on the Arc System Works train, we have Guilty Gear Strive ongoing in 2023. So as of the time of me making this video, Sin came out not too long ago. He is the second character of Season 2 of Guilty Gear Strive, and we have at least 2 more characters coming in 2023, along with some new stages and hopefully some balance changes, all that kind of stuff. And I guess the big secret, that's not really a secret that no one wants to talk about, is after those 2 characters launch in 2023, we'll be heading into Season 3 of Guilty Gear Strive, and that'll certainly happen in 2023 as well. Guilty Gear Strive, I think, has made its statement at this point. This game is here to stay because it's a pretty dang good game, and you can expect a lot more content for it coming in 2023. Also ongoing in 2023 is Multiversus. So Multiversus came out in 2022 and has already launched so many updates, balance patches, new characters, and expect that all to continue in 2023. The game is going strong. Lots and lots and lots of content are on the horizon. Keeping on in 2023 as well is them's Fightin Herds, which just launched their first character of their Season 1 pass, Texas, a big bull grappler. There is at least 3 more characters in their Season Pass launching throughout 2023. And I'm looking forward to see what they are because honestly, there just really isn't anything else like them's Fightin Herds. Fighting games is a genre full of extra unique characters and games, and this is unique even among the milieu of fighting games. So look forward to more content from them's Fightin Herds throughout 2023. And that is a look at the fighters that you can expect to launch in 2023. There's even more fighters in development that are going to be 2024 or further along on the horizon. But for 2023 or the years that follow, there is just a lot of content coming for fighting games. Fighting games are back in a way they have not been in a very long time, and I am here for it absolutely. It's my favorite genre, and I'm happy that so many just massive, just titanic AAA titles are coming for fighting games, and also tons of indie support as well. At all levels, indie or big budget, there is a fighting game for you coming out in 2023. So look forward to it. I know I am. And my friends, that's the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. And go out and play some fighting games.